There's a lot of websites on the available to people that are looking for ancestors, and I think Ancestry.com, MyHeritage.com, and then there's the FindAGrave.com and Family Search. All of those a person could look into to find their possibly ancestors, and then also there are the tribal census records, and that sometimes they make them available to family members as well. But those are the places to look. And there's also, of course, Ancestry.com, I think, charges a fee for testing DNA, and there are other places as well, and you can check those out. In the past, when there was any kind of illness, the hand trembler was consulted, and the hand trembler would then make a diagnosis as to the type of ceremony that could be performed for the individual. But again, today in modern medicine, there are some treatment of that available to people, and they're doing wonderful things, and I think that maybe it would be best to check some of those sources out. The names are only things that we hear about some of the clans that are no more. At one time there were over almost 150 different clans that came from all over the continent, and they became the Neh. And then, of course, the epidemics of the germs, viruses, and disease that were introduced among the native people after 1492. The Dene, we're told that there were at least 1.5 million Dene at that time, prior to 1492, but around 1575, there was the big epidemic of death. And that time period is referred to as running from the dying, running from death. And it was during that time that many of the clans and that ceased to exist. And even today there are some clans that are not going to be lasting much longer. We have about 82 clans left, but the Tall Tree clan, that's I think that's the name that they used to refer to the Tall Tree people. I wouldn't be able to speculate, but there's a lot of places. If you can think of a tall tree, maybe the redwood forest might be something of that nature. The area down in that part of the continent, or the country, is Apache. The Tagai. The Tagai have a different understanding of the or mountain than we do. Of the sacred mountains that we recognize as sacred mountains with the Neh are set in a certain pitch. So if you look at a male hogans have a certain pitch to the way they're shaped. And so the sacred mountains pretty much have that same slope on them. And so if they don't have that slope, then they really don't recognize them as the actual sacred mountains. It has to have that certain slope, it seems like, to be designated as a sacred mountain.